everybody, Christy Nix with Soulful Aligned Entrepreneur, and today in today's video I'm going to be talking about happiness and how that is a great sign or indicator that you are doing things in alignment with who you are. From the soul, from the inside out, from your soul to your business, from your soul to your life. So it's a really interesting story how I came up with this, how I came across this information, because I was researching something on the web and came across a blog by Mark and Angel Hack Life. And it was so great that I actually joined their list, and they gave a list of top 10 priorities happy people make to prioritize their to-do list. And I was like, ooh, that's so good. And you can apply this to so many things, in your work, in your life, because a lot of us as entrepreneurs, our work is our life, right? It all starts with us from the inside out. So in that, I was reading them, and there are the first three even were do one thing at a time and be fully present, to be fully anchored in the now, to be connected with what you're doing right now wholeheartedly, instead of looking ahead, or I've got this in 30 minutes, or I've got to be here in an hour, or I've got this coming up that I really need to get done. Focus on right now, I'm working on this, and this is what I'm putting my energy into, whether it's your family, whether it's your business, any other relationship that you have. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, that's, amazing to keep conscious, right, of doing this. I mean, because that's what's creating a soul-based business. And so another one was that family and friends are at the top. And I don't know about you, but my family and my friends are always my top priority. That's the reason why I got started in business to begin with as an entrepreneur. It was quite simply to have the time and freedom to be with my family and be with my friends and to really enjoy my life, right? So I'm sure you have that on some level as well. Inspiration to start being an entrepreneur, because it's crazy and you got to enjoy it. Otherwise it's just so not going to happen, right? And then another thing, focus on importance and not urgency. My mom used to have a saying that she would tell me all the time, that your procrastination is not my emergency. And so thinking in that, that's what popped into my head when I first read that from this top 10 ways to prioritize your to-do list, is that it needs to be based on the weight something carries instead of the urgency it carries. Because a lot of the times, by being rushed and feeling like you've got to do something, it's very much pushing. And pushing tends to create all sorts of havoc on the other side, trying to get things done. It's almost like trying to push a really big rock uphill, instead of focusing on what's the highest priority. What do I need to put out today in order to maintain the clients I have? What do I need to take care of today to make sure my family feels like I am paying attention and know what they're doing today and there to support them? So keeping really focused on what is important versus what is urgent will take some of the pressure off making everything perfect, because we're not perfect. We're just perfectly who we are, right? And so in perfect action, that urgency takes off that energy of having to be perfect and actually creates imperfect action to where you just get it done. And it usually ends up coming out amazingly, because you're also following that inner guidance that keeps you aligned anyway. So, and those are just 3 of the top of the 10 that they gave. And so my question to you is, what in your business and your life is really creating that happy? Like you do it or you get it done, you have great results, your clients accomplish this, that, and the other. It just makes you feel like you're on top of the world. Or your kid comes home with something that you're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, you're awesome. So what is it in your life that you feel like is really generating that happy juice, right? And then write all that down, because I want you to keep track of that. Because when you get stuck and when you get in a yucky place, it's awesome to go back and relive and reconnect with those emotions that created the happiness, because it raises your vibration, puts you in a different space. So you're in a higher space connecting to all that is. And in that, you create more of what makes you happy. Okay. So it'll move you out of that yucky stuck place to a higher happy place. And that it's literally finding your happy place. And it will therefore unravel the knots that are being created by the urgency and by the push. And so then look at what feels like you're being forced to do something. You have to do it. It's heavy, it's draining, it's not any fun. And ask yourself, okay, of these things, how can I do them differently to where they're more fun? Maybe I need to have somebody help me out to do them. Maybe I don't need to do them at all. Maybe it's something that I just self-imposed and I'm really just making this stuff up. So think about what's out of alignment, right? Because if it doesn't make you happy or create something happy, awesome, without draining your butt, then it's something out of alignment, and that's a completely different conversation. But if it makes you happy and it comes out with a happy place, comes out with a happy energy, and it really feeds you, then it's in alignment. Bottom line it. And so stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to go over I'm going to show you the rest of the 10, the rest of the 7 to make the 10 things that happy people do to prioritize their to-do list. And you totally need to check in. So I will see you in tomorrow's video. Take care.